Welcome to Tom Sox Weekly, presented by Zoom Indoor Cycling. I'm your host, Crawford Humphreys, and we have a great show for y'all today. On this week's episode, we're profiling a few of the Auburn Tigers on this year's Tom Sox team, and we'll also learn how to steal a base from one of the best on this 2019 roster. But first, let's take a look at this week's highlights.
There you go! Yeah! Go, Alex! Maybe now. Okay, so. Hey, jump, go! Jump back! There you go! Go! Good, amen!
Together to ensure your success. Crystal Insurance and Financial Services.
Welcome back to the show. The Tom Sox organization is always looking to form strong new relationships with college programs. This year, for the first time in Tom Sox history, we were lucky to welcome some Tigers from Auburn University. Our very own Nick Grossman sat down with two of these Tigers to talk about not only their experience in Omaha, but their experience in Charlottesville this season.
Omaha. The ultimate goal of all 299 Division I baseball teams, but the reality of only 8. Entering the regional round of the NCAA Baseball Championship, the Auburn Tigers did not expect to be in the College World Series, but a dream in the back of their minds soon became reality.
Going to Omaha with my teammates was like an incredible experience, one that none of us will forget. We had kind of an unlikely road there, so it kind of made it that much sweeter. Getting to go there. Throughout the season, we kind of went through a pretty rough patch. We weren't winning too many games. We weren't pitching great. We weren't hitting well. And we kind of just stuck with the plan. Being able to share that with my teammates at school was awesome, something I won't forget.
Being on the field at TD Ameritrade Park in downtown Omaha is special on its own, but it's something about the experience that made it feel unbelievable.
We got to fly out as a team, and the opening ceremony and everything to the first game, it was an incredible experience, being able to be there with the top teams in the country.
We got there, it was so much fun. I mean, everything we did was just help grow us closer as a team, as well as just have fun.
Peyton Glavin, Carson Skipper, and Devin Warner relished in the opportunities provided them at the home of college baseball, but all good things must come to an end, and they came to Charlottesville for one thing: to get better.
I'm looking to clean up my mechanics so I can stay a little bit more healthy at school. And then I'm really looking on being able to command my 3 pitches to both sides of the plate. I'm working on developing a breaking ball that I can use going into school ball this year. And like I said, just refining mechanics and bettering my command.
Just gain some innings, gain some experience, get back into throwing a decent bit, and just kind of work on stuff I need to work on.
But Glavin and Skipper say working with each other over the summer as teammates has made summer ball a lot easier for both of them.
It's nice. It definitely made transition here easier. It gave me a familiar face, somebody to have around that I can talk to about stuff if I need to.
It's fun. Being able to come up here and already have a familiar face before having to meet anybody. It makes it a little easier to transition here. Then again, meeting everybody else has been a lot of fun too, but it's definitely been nice having a teammate from school to be able to come here and just kind of get to know everybody else pretty easier. So.
But throughout the entire year, their trip to Omaha and now in summer ball, they all have taken a lot that they can use heading into their Auburn season.
Just got to work through the bad.
You just got to believe in yourselves, because we stayed with each other. We kind of stayed within our group. And we knew we could do something special if we put it all together. And like I said, we just believed in each other and just kept grinding every day, and it worked out.
Auburn's Peyton Glavin and Carson Skipper's arrival to Charlottesville was delayed by an unforgettable trip to Omaha this past spring, the Auburn Tigers baseball team. They look to build on this experience to further their baseball careers in the future. For Tom Sox Weekly, I'm Nick Grossman.
Thank you, Nick. Over the past couple weeks, some of our players have taught you how to throw sidearm and even taught me how to field a ground ball. Today, our very own Libby Davidson will find out what it takes to steal a base from one of the best stealers in the Ivy League, Ramon Garza.
Today, I caught up with the base stealing extraordinaire, Ramon Garza, to see how it's done based on the methods of Frank Hager of Cornell. I'm here with Ramon Garza, who stole 11 bases this past season at Cornell. Ramon, would you mind giving us a step-by-step process of how it works?
Yeah, sure thing. So it starts with the lead. I always went right foot on the bag, left foot comes off, and you're taking 1, 2.5 shuffles. Most of the time that gets you to about the cut of the grass, or 12 feet. So you have 78 feet to work with, and then it's really just knowing the numbers. So you'll have how quick the pitcher is to the plate, how quick the catcher is to second base, and then how quick you are to second from your 12-foot lead. And so once you get that, you're just trying to pick up on any ticks that the pitcher may have. Maybe he breathes right before he starts his motion or whatever it may be, so you can get just the best jump that you can.
All right, sounds good. Let's try it. All right. All right, now it's my turn to give it a shot. I'm going like this, and I'm going like
Shuffle.
2, 3, and then you put the right foot up, and I'm like, all right. I got it.
Pretty good.
You went past the bag again.
Let's go! I think I'm safe there. I'm Libby Davidson, and this is Tom Sox Weekly.
Coming up on this week's edition of Tom Sox Weekly, one of our most charismatic pitchers takes the hot seat with Dorian Martingale. And do any of these guys actually believe in some common baseball superstitions? We'll find out soon. But first, let's take a moment to hear from our sponsor, Zoom Indoor Cycling.
Tom Sox Weekly is presented by Zoom Indoor Cycling. Located at 1929 Arlington Boulevard here in Charlottesville, Zoom is the premier spin cycle destination in Central Virginia. Your first class is free and you can sign up online at zoomcville.com. Zoom Indoor Cycling. Clip in, rock out, ride on.
Carter Malone started the first game for the Tom Sox this season all the way back on May 31st. It's hard enough to pitch in front of hundreds of people here at Seaver Weekly Ballpark, but it's even harder to answer some of the burning questions on the hot seat. Backed by popular demand, this is the hot seat with Dorian Martingale.
Hi, this is Dorian Martingale, and you're watching The Hot Seat, where we ask players on the Tom Sox team burning questions.
So, I know you're from Alabama. Is Virginia a southern state?
Yes, I technically think it is a southern state.
What is your favorite pickup line?
Favorite pickup line? Gotta go with Joey from Friends, how you doing?
That's a classic. This one's kind of a challenge, but can you give us your best impersonation of a British accent?
Okay, British accent. It might be, I don't know, it might not sound anything like British, but hello, how you doing? No good. No good.
It was a tough one.
Yeah, it was a good effort.
Yeah. What is a secret talent you have?
A secret talent. I guess I know a lot of rap songs word for word. That's the secret talent, I guess.
Can you give us a little verse? One of your favorites?
Probably not appropriate for camera, but Little Baby, Roddy Ricch, Moneybag Yo, the top 3. So any of those songs I like.
You could be hearing a Tom Sox mixtape sometimes.
I might drop some heat, you never know.
If they made a movie about your life, which celebrity would play you?
That's tough. Probably Channing Tatum, because he's also from Alabama.
Okay.
So repping Alabama.
If you were a plant, what plant would you be?
I don't know, I guess a tree, I don't know. They're big.
Any type of tree?
This is dogwood, because that's what my street is, Dogwood Lane. So let's just go with that.
Is that your street in Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay, dogwood, also the state flower of Virginia.
I did not know that.
Yeah. What is a nickname that your Tom Sox teammates or your teammates back home have for you?
Tom Sox, they call me Malone. All the coaches just holler Malone at me, so that's probably my nickname. I don't have any nicknames at school though.
Okay, no Post Malone?
No Post. I've been called that in travel ball, but never at school.
Do you prefer Barbies or Polly Pockets?
I don't know what Polly Pockets are, so I'll go Barbies.
What is Alabama?
Well,
what about Bratz dolls?
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what those are, but I'd probably say Barbies still, yeah.
If you could abolish a state, which state would it be?
Oh, probably New York, because go Sox. So.
This is probably the hardest question, but you have a sister, right?
I do.
Okay, so which Tom Sox player would you most like to date your sister?
That's tough. I'll go with my man's Dan over there. He's one of my best friends here. He's a good guy, so yeah, go Dan on that one.
Good answer.
If there are any questions that you liked or questions that you would like to see in the next episode of The Hot Seat, let us know in the comments below.
Thank you, Doria. The Crutchfield press box here at Seafood Weekly Ballpark has one simple rule: no talking about the pace of the game. But does that actually impact the game at all? Our very own Tyler Fannin set out to find out how superstitious this Tom Sox team really is.
When it comes to the sports world and baseball specifically, there's superstitions all around the world. Now, people talk about socks, chewing gum, anything to where it's just you got to do it right or it's not going to work at all. So me and my friend Ben Trent here talked to the Tom Sox today to talk about superstitions around the team.
I always drink one of these before every game, and when I'm in the lineup, I go do visual at bats before every game, and if somebody interrupts me, I have to start over, because if they do that, I feel like if I keep going and don't start over, I'd usually have a bad game. I don't know if there's any correlation, but I just kind of stick with it. So.
All right, here with Sam Crawford. He's got a weird superstition. He likes to lie to himself before every game about the moon landing. Now, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I think the moon landing's real, and I don't really think that's much of a superstition because it's true.
Okay, so thinking that the moon landing's real, you also probably, I assume, think the moon is real?
Yes.
Do you think that affects your pitching? Is there any kind of rituals you have there?
I do. I think the moon is really important for pitching. I think it just acts as like a GPS in the sky, and so if it's not there, then I just can't find the strike zone.
Thinking that the moon is real, that probably means that you believe in tides.
Yeah.
So do you think that gravitational pull has any bearings on what kind of pitches you're throwing one night, or if it's going to be a good night or a bad night, or anything along those lines? Or?
Yeah. No. I mean, I really think that anything related to the moon is very important for pitching.
I parked my car in the same one of two spots out in the parking lot. I had a good game one time at home here, and I parked my car in the same spot every time. And another one is when I tie my shoes, I double knot my laces and then put them through the laces in the front. Just to keep them out of the way, I guess, but also play well with them doing that. So
I do the same thing with my laces during football season.
In the batter's box, every time I either don't like a pitch or don't like a call or something happens, I have to readjust my batting gloves. Kind of like reset for me, so that's really superstitious. But again, with the shoes and the socks, that's normal for everybody. I'm definitely the same way.
You also wear shoes and socks for baseball games?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay,
that is required, and it definitely helps. So yes.
I do, yeah. So my superstition is that when we're in the field and pitcher's pitching, I take the bats that are beside me and make sure that they're lined up, they don't touch, and are not crossed, and they're on one side of me and on the other side of me, and that seems to work well.
I'll take my left wrist and before every game and try to find something to put on there if I don't have tape. So
that was my follow-up question. I write stuff on my wrist tape all the time, just to, put either a reminder or someone I'm thinking about that week, and
right,
all kinds of different stuff can go on there. But
so the biggest superstition for me would probably be if I play well on a certain pair of compression shorts, a certain combination of compression shorts to socks, to batting gloves, anything like that, I'll continue to wear it game in and game out until I don't play as well as I have been wearing them before, and then I'll switch it up and try to find something else.
So I usually put my left sock on and my left shoe on, like left sock, left shoe, left pant leg, right pant leg, stuff like that, left arm, all that stuff. And if I do good, I'll stay that way until I do bad, then I'll go right. So I'm weird, I'm a weirdo.
It's not weird at all. Superstition is key.
It might be.
We all know.
Some of these guys, they need to hop on the train.
Yeah? Why don't you start policing that in the dugout, maybe?
Yeah, for sure. Especially that guy behind you, Mr. Malone.
Yeah, we've heard about him. We've also smelled him around here. So
a few moments later.
Do you keep washing your stuff, or is it like when you're hot, you don't wash it?
All right, so early in the season, the washing machine was by my host family's room. I didn't like waking them up, so I didn't wash my uniform every night, but we wore different uniforms all the time. But now, the washing machine's right by my room, so when I go in, take the clothes off, put it in the washing machine, so it's always washed. Just stained now.
For Tom Sox Weekly, I'm Tyler Fannin, and this has been Trent. All right, cut the interview.
Great stuff, Tyler. Well, before we finish up today's show, let's take a look at what your Tom Sox have in store for the next 7 days. That's all the time we have for this week's edition of Tom Sox Weekly. I'm Crawford Humphreys. Go Sox!